Hello and welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. Each week we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. For this episode, we are taking a look at the 1995 little-known Disney movie Bad Company starring Lauerence Fishburne. But stay tuned, as well as we have a Disney bonus story as we take a look at the history of Club Disney. And if you are enjoying these videos, please do hit that subscribe button. That way you will never miss a single episode. But for now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, today we are covering Bad Company. This movie was released on January 20th, 1995. It was directed by Damian Harris and written by Ross Thomas. This was a Disney Touchstone Pictures production. And the budget, unfortunately, is unknown, but the box office did $3.67 million. So there's not much in terms of development. This is a little-known Disney movie with very little history behind it. But the cast consisted of Ellen Barkin, who plays Margaret Wells, Lauerence Fishburne, who plays Nelson Crowe, Frank Langella, who plays Vic Grimes, Michael Beach, who plays Todd Stamp, Gaia Caradeas, who plays Julie Emmons, and David Ogden Stiers, who plays Judge Justin Beach. In terms of the plot, Nelson Crowe is a CIA operative under the thumb of the company for a disputed delivery of $50,000 in gold, and they blackmail him into working for the Grimes organization, which is set up as a private company for hire to blackmail prominent individuals. Crowe, working with Margaret Wells, blackmails and bribes a state Supreme Court judge, but the deal sours. One of Crowe's co-workers, Todd Stapp, discovers Crowe's current CIA involvement in a plot to overthrow Grimes and blackmails him to be cut in on the deal. More blackmail occurs as Wells manipulates Crowe to kill Grimes, and then the CIA uses that discovery to blackmail Wells into killing Crowe. So some interesting trivia about this movie. Disney originally planned on giving this a nationwide release, but after seeing the interracial sex scenes between Fishburne and Barkin, the executives at Disney thought it was too controversial, and pulled the movie to only 300 theaters. And Fishburne shot this film on weekends because he was working on Higher Learning at the same time, and the entire film was shot in Vancouver, British Columbia. So would I recommend this movie? This movie is very confusing. The story is more concerned with keeping the audience guessing. At the end of the movie, you're not really sure what you just watched. And the movie is not that enjoyable, so I would not watch it again. Fishburne's performance stands out. You definitely get to see what kind of a great actor he is. And this was obviously before The Matrix. So it was kind of a precursor to his fame. Overall, I just say there's not enough here to find this movie enjoyable. It's just, there's too many backstabbing and you don't know who's working for who. And it's just so confusing that by the end of it, you're just like, I don't understand what I just watched. So in terms of checking this out on Disney Plus, I would say skip it. So let's move on to our bonus story, which is the history of Club Disney. So Club Disney was a regional play center that would be located in malls across the United States. And the indoor centers were designed for children 9 and under, with gift shops, play areas, and snack bars. The original plan was for the clubs to change in design based on current Disney properties, so they would constantly be under redesign to update based on the current Disney films. But let's take a look at the brief history of it. So Michael Eisner in 1996 created a division of Disney called the Disney Regional Entertainment with Art Levitt as president. The goal of this division was to develop local entertainment concepts so that he could take the Disney brand across the country. Club Disney was the first project under this division, and Club Disney was created in growing response to the popularity of places like Chuck E. Cheese and Discovery Zone. The business was designed for weekend trips, school field trips, and birthday parties, and the first Club Disney was launched on February 21st, 1997 in the West Lake Promenade in Thousand Oaks, California. The opening ceremonies were actually attended by Michael Eisner, Mickey Mouse, and Goofy, so Disney was throwing the full weight of the company behind this. And the opening ceremonies, however, though, did have an infamous turnout as protesters showed up as they were upset about the Haiti workers who were paid 28 cents an hour to make Pocahontas pajamas. Also, Disney kind of scared off potential visitors as they were expecting tens to thousands of visitors. And actually, a lot of people were so put off by this that they didn't want to come to a massive crowd, and actually only 1,000 paying customers showed up. The club would expand to sites in Arizona and Colorado, and Disney would say that they would have 100 of these over the U.S., and that was the original plan. So let's take a look at the breakdown of what these centers, what was inside these Club Disneys. So the locations were designed to have guests stay for at least 3 hours, and admission was $8 for adults and $4 for children, and expected that guests would travel within a 30-mile radius. Annual passes and prepaid tickets were also sold for those guests wanting to give gifts or to have people travel as a destination. In addition, Disney created school programs for field trips, birthday parties, and multi-session workshops. One of the family workshops was the Poo Aerobics, and that was a 10-week parent and child stretching program hosted by Winnie the Pooh. And each of these complexes included play areas, education demonstrations, animation tutorials, and kid computer games. The play areas would be themed to specific Disney properties such as Lion King and Hercules. Other features of the play centers included a Peter Pan theme room where guests could see their shadows, Herc's Gym activity area, a Tarzan swing, the Aristocat musical play area, the Pooh and You corner play area, and the Little Mermaid play area where guests could talk to Ariel on shell phones. The center would also host dance parties themed to such Disney characters as Lion King and Roger Rabbit, and little girls as well could dress up as princesses and appear in fashion shows in the Applaudville Theater. For school groups, the educational activities called the Ed Ventures, accompanied along with science demonstrations. Most of these were themed to the upcoming Disney movie Flubber. In terms of the birthday parties, guests could book a party with the theme of Winnie the Pooh, Snow White, Hercules, Toy Story, or 101 Dalmatians, and some of the parties actually included a magician at the party with the appearance of Merlin. These parties would receive a birthday cake provided by the Cheesecake Factory. So why did they close? The clubs did not meet the expected demands of what Disney was hoping for, and in total 5 clubs were created, but not as profitable as Michael Eisner was hoping. Some of the parents also complained that they felt they were being overcharged as they were paying $8 to sit around and watch their kids play. When the centers did close, though, Disney actually made some good press by donating gift store toys to Toys for Tots, and the computers used for the computer games were donated to local schools. So I had never been to these. Me being from Canada, they did not explore up into Canada. I imagine if they were successful, you would have seen one in maybe like Toronto or Vancouver. So I didn't experience these. For what I'm seeing, though, these looked actually really cool, and it's unfortunate that they didn't kind of take off as well as I think the potential was there. I think a lot of the ideas of this would end up getting re-scrapped and used into Disney Quest, but we're going to talk about that in a separate video. But it's a shame that these didn't take off. I think it would have been really kind of fun as a 7-year-old to kind of explore some of these Disney Play Centers. So thank you so much for joining us this week on Disney Movie Investigations. Please let me know in the comments if you had seen the movie Bad Company. Did you like it? What did you think about it? And if you have actually been to a Club Disney, please share some of your memories. If you have any photos too, that'd be great if you could post them on our Facebook page. It'd be really interesting to see kind of what was inside the Club Disney. So for our next episode, we are taking a look at another movie on Disney Star as we take a look at the Alien prequel of Ridley Scott's Prometheus. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.